Hello there. Presentation today is on acid reflux. Acid, as we all know, is produced in the stomach for digestion, and most people are aware what hyperacidity is. And when the stomach burns, there may be a burning behind the breastbone. So there's an extension of acidity, and that is acid reflux. When the acid from the stomach travels all the way up from the stomach right into the throat and causes what is called a water brash or a sour burp. The acid taste in the stomach is in the mouth is felt as a sour taste. So what is it that acid reflux causes on what are the symptoms it causes on the throat? Now basically the symptoms would be something like when acid is coming into the throat, it is actually burning the throat. So you can imagine that it can cause a lump like sensation, and this burning which is caused also causes nature's reaction. That is, nature produces a mucus layer over the burnt area in an attempt to promote its healing. So that mucus which is sticking would induce the person to clear the mucus, and therefore hawking, that is the need to clear the throat. This acid also affects the back part of the voice box and causes hoarse voice and leads to cough. Later on in the presentation, I will be elucidating on how cough is caused because of acid, and it is a common cause of intractable dry cough. The other secondary effects are bad breath and its effect on the teeth, which could lead to staining and weakening of the enamel of the teeth. Anatomy of the uh, food pipe and the stomach. First, this is the base of the tongue, the lid to the voice box, the air tube which bifurcates into the lungs, and then the lungs. This is the food pipe which goes all the way down into the stomach. Now the food we eat goes this way from the food pipe into the stomach, and when it reaches the stomach for digestion, acid is produced. This acid churns with the stomach, and therefore to prevent this acid from going up, nature has two strong valves, one at the upper and the lower end of the food pipe, which close and prevent this acid from coming up. So if these valves were not to close as tightly as they should, then the acid could come up and burn this area. Now this area, when burnt, obviously would lead to the symptoms which I had said before: a lump in the throat, hawking because excessive mucus is produced to cover the area which is burnt by the acid, hoarse voice because the voice box is so near the opening of the food pipe, and therefore the vocal cords get burnt and react by getting swollen, and there could be cough. Now cough, it is interesting to understand how acid reflux can cause cough. uh, Cough receptors are stationed not only in the lungs but also at this entrance, because the food we eat technically has two passages to go in. It could go into the air passage and into the food passage. Nature's had its own mechanism to prevent the food from entering the air passage, because the voice box moves up, the tongue pushes it back, the lid closes, and the food enters the food pipe. However, there could be an error, and that is what these receptors are stationed for. If these receptors detect anything that is other than air which is entering into the air passage, they immediately signal to the brain, and the brain coughs it out. So when acid reflux is here, it irritates these very receptors, which causes false signals and therefore the act of coughing. Now, how do we treat the acidity? The most important thing is avoidance. That if you can avoid spicy food and foods which cause the sensation of irritation in the pit of the stomach, should be avoided, especially spicy foods, oily foods. It's also advisable to have not to have long gaps between meals. Frequent small meals will ensure that not too much acid is produced at one time. And it is also advisable that within this 2-hour period of a meal, when the acid production is maximum, when the digestion is at its peak, you should not lie down flat, so that physically the acid should not reflux up. So it is advisable not to bend or stoop, not to do any heavy exercise or lift heavy weights. It is also advisable not to lie down flat immediately after a meal. So if you do feel sleepy after a meal, it is advisable that you sleep with your head high. Now, how do you achieve this? People feel that just having two pillows achieves a situation of the head being high, but that is not so. As you can see, the person sleeping with his food pipe here in the stomach here, if he uses two pillows, he really doesn't push the food pipe up, but just strains his neck. So people with cervical spondylosis using two pillows would have aggravation of that condition, aggravation of the pain. So often they are advised not to sleep with any pillow at all. So for acid reflux, it is advisable that the padding is taken under the mattress so that the entire body from the hip onwards is lifted. The food pipe upper part is lifted, and then you can sleep either with one pillow or no pillow at all. So that is what is recommended in acid reflux.